Hey everybody, Rosematter here, and welcome to a special video that I teased last week when I wrapped up my Death Note anime react series. If you happen to stumble across this video and you have not seen my Death Note react series, feel free to click on my playlist. I'll have it up on screen somewhere. I think it's pretty good if you want to check it out, but today I am going to be torturing myself a little bit, and I'm going to be checking out the live-action 2017 Netflix Death Note. And I really don't know anything about this movie except that it exists. I don't know if they're completely doing a new story based in America with the Death Note, maybe new characters, or I don't know if they're just like redoing the story from the anime but with Americanized characters. Either way, I have not heard great things about it, but I'm gonna try and leave my expectations at the door. I'm gonna just sit down and watch it, and maybe, I don't know, maybe people were too harsh on it. Maybe it's not bad. I don't know. But either way, should be interesting. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Without further ado, let's strap in and let's watch this movie. Okay, so that's Seattle, right? They're just right off the bat being like, this isn't your Japanese Death Note. We're in America. And it's gonna be interesting to see, like I said, are they just going to be redoing the story from the original but in the States, or are they going to be doing like new characters and like the Death Note is found by a completely different character? Alright, so I'm assuming this is our main character, whether he is Light or he's just a completely different person. But shown right off the bat, like, okay, he's smart. Alright, here we go, the Death Note. I guess it's kind of similar to what happened in the original. I believe Light was at school, drops from the sky. Alright, so we've got the whole thing. He's just like a justice protecting good people, punishing people. Alright, well, this guy is very unlight-like. Oh my god, even she's like, he's trying to help her and she's laughing at him. That's pretty bad. Did he literally just call himself a child? Oh my gosh, already I'm just like, nope, don't like this guy. I'm hoping that at least, if anything else, they will keep the rules, like, consistent with the show. That's like the one thing that you gotta get right. Oh, there he is. That looks like Ryuk. So they've kept that similar. I like how they're keeping him in the shadows because, like, the CG is... Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess it's a more appropriate reaction to seeing a Shinigami than the original Lights. Oh my god. Okay, I take back what I said. This guy is now overacting. This feels like this is almost a comedy. Like, it feels like this is going to trying to be so different from the main character of the original. Like, this guy is a little bitch. Light. He's supposed to be Light. Are you f***ing me? No way. No, 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 no. I am shooketh right now. Are you kidding me? I was like, no, this has got to be a different person. Okay, the voice for Ryuk is pretty freaking good, though. And I like how they're intentionally blurring him, keeping him in the background in the darkness. Because, you know, CG's expensive. It kind of hides it a little bit. Wait, no. Hold up. No, this is very different. Because, no, Ryuk isn't the type to, like, push a person to do stuff. He just sits back and he lets things happen and he'll comment on things. But he would never do this and tell Light or anybody exactly what to do. So he is like... So this is his way of explaining the rules of the Death Note to the audience, I guess, who's never seen the original. Decapitation. Huh. Okay. Not heart attack. That was always the way that Light did it. Because, well, not always, but most of the time his heart attack is like, his way wasn't about, like, making it a brutal way of killing someone. It was just about getting rid of them. And a heart attack is kind of just like the no fuss, no muss kind of way about going about it. But I guess this Light, he has like a vendetta against this guy, so he's gonna make it more of a violent thing. Or maybe he just want to have something be like unbelievable. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Okay, I mean, you did write decapitation, my dude. Okay, so... I don't know, to me that, like, gave off very Final Destination vibes with the whole, like, build up to, like, okay, this is exactly what's gonna happen. And granted, there were some times in the show where it did kind of show that too, but as a first death... Okay, so he is a cop, just like Light's dad. It's like kind of, it's adjacent. So his name is Light. The dad's a cop. But like, that is so not their relationship that, you know, Mr. Yagami is definitely like, that's not him. This is not Light. Hashtag not my Light. Like, oh, okay, I can already see why people are not happy with this movie. Ryuk? Oh, please don't tell me that... Okay, if they're gonna call him Ryuk... Granted, I know I'm bad for mispronouncing names, so I kind of, like, understand, like... But please, guys, don't let this be an Avatar The Last Airbender live-action situation where you have, like, all of the names are mispronounced. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad that was cleared up at least. I would have had to maybe shut the movie down. 2 days. That's not right, right? Like, I just watched it, and I know that you can control a person up to a certain time of their death, but 2 days seems way too long. Like, if that were the case, I feel like Light would have been able to do a lot more with the book. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's correct. So they're messing... Now they might be messing with the actual rules of it. Like, that's all you had to do is, like, just at least keep the rules consistent with the show. And they can't even do that. Alright, so what are we in? Okay, so we're not even 20 minutes in so far. I'm like, okay, so they are doing a kind of... They're definitely making some changes, like the mom being dead, there's no sister. This whole thing about, like, this guy killing the cop's wife, so, like, Light has more of a personal vendetta. But, oh my gosh, like, this guy's supposed to be Light. Now, they may have taken liberties, just called him Light, but it's like, why not just make him a completely different character? Potentially changing the rules, how they work in the Death Note. Changing Ryuk, his like, whole personality. Alright, what are they gonna do this time? I missed what was written. But I imagine it's probably not just gonna be a simple heart attack, especially because, like, he really has a hatred for this guy, so it's probably gonna be, like, extra gnarly. And I don't know, maybe is this whole thing about his mom and this guy killing his mother supposed to make him more sympathetic and make you kind of, like, understand, like, his motivation for dealing out justice? Oh, Jesus. Okay. See, once again, like there they are just going like, and don't get me wrong, like I don't mind some gore, but it still feels a little excessive. But it's just like, why couldn't this, like the anime did a good job about making you believe and like kind of sympathize with Light and him wanting to just punish criminals in general, not having any sort of personal vendetta against any criminals. And then he just gets more and more corrupted as the show goes, and then you start to kind of like, you know, maybe not agree with him as much. But with this, they have to really like hammer it home, being like, oh, but there's a reason for the way he acts that he does, because he's got like personal trauma. I feel like most people who watch this were just people who read the original manga or watched the original anime just to see how bad it was gonna be. He's just got it out. He's just reading it in front of a shit ton of people, and here's that girl. Oh my god, this guy, like, I want him to fail immediately. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't with this guy. I can't with this fucking guy. Are you kidding me? Because a pretty girl asked to see the death note. He's like, yeah, sure, let me, and I'll like, look what I did. And she seems to be into kind of like death, so. Oh, so that's different too. Because before it was anyone who touches the book can see Ryuk or Shinigami. Oh my god, he's literally gonna tell her, because he's just like, look what I did. I'm so proud of myself. Aren't you proud of me? Isn't it cool? He's gonna show it to her. Oh my goodness. This is... I think this is what Light used for the first one, right? It was like a live situation, except he just did it as a heart attack. It's not going to be a heart attack. It's going to be something incredibly violent. Is he going to shoot himself in the head? Oh! Okay, so that's kind of similar to... Not with the hostage taking, but there was like the guy in the bus in the original who went out and got hit by a truck, steps into traffic. Military salute. Struck and killed. She's like, I'm so horny right now. I can't with this guy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe just for a pretty girl. I almost feel like the roles are reversed here. I almost feel like she's the Light and he's the Misa. Where she's pushing him to do more. And she's gonna probably be manipulating him. So, like, okay, this wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that he's Light. If he was a completely different character, like, okay, I kind of like the role reversal here, that she's the one kind of being almost more intense than he is. And she's like... And literally, I joked about how she was like, that makes me so horny, but she literally is getting off on it. Oh my gosh. They're even good. Oh my gosh. What a stretch to be like, Kira is Light in these other languages, but it's also Japanese for killer. Oh, fuck off. Ugh. You know, in some way, it's almost like... It's smarter in this regard that they are doing people from all over the world, whereas Light did just focus on people in, like, his prefecture or in Japan. And the fact that Kira can mean different things in different languages, and then he had people write things out in Japanese. So in that regard, I'm like, okay, that actually kind of like you can't quite pinpoint it on like, okay, this is clearly an American who's doing this. Okay, we're in Japan right now, right? Are we actually going to get... Will we get an L from Japan at least? Have something at least be somewhat like close to it. I love... Oh. Okay, I'm guessing... As this... Okay, he's kind of moving around like L. He's keeping his face covered up. I like how they had to like shoehorn this in just like, but look, we took some stuff. Look, some stuff's in Japan. Now, funny thing, so I'm assuming that this is L because of the whole candy thing and the mannerisms and everything. Now, I don't think we need an L to try and stop Light because he's such a fucking dumbass that I don't think you need some sort of super genius to... So his name is Light Turner. Oh my gosh. Ah, let's hurry. Yep, L. Are we going to get a Near and a Mellow as well? Are we going to get all the characters? Okay, of course he knows that. What? How'd you figure that? Okay, are they at least going to go into... Okay, this is feeling like the last half of the anime where, like, Nier just had all of these... And granted, they did say in the manga, people told me in the manga, which I've not read, that they go into more detail about how Nier comes to these conclusions. But, like, are they not going to explain how L came to the conclusion that Kira is not in Japan, and Kira, not only in the States, but specifically Seattle? Okay, please explain how you came to this conclusion of... Granted, I can understand the whole, like, Kira is related to the police somehow, but how did you get to the conclusion? Is it like the first couple of murders were centralized in Seattle? Okay. So I'm glad they at least explained that, how he came to that conclusion. Alright, so how do I feel about L right now? He's okay. He's got some of the mannerisms down. I don't think he would... He wouldn't do this, though. He's just, like, outright in public. He's not showing his face, but, like, before... He only did it over, like, with his voice. Wow, he couldn't be... He looks very suspicious right now. About, like, let me just ask you all these questions, even though I don't normally like to talk to you. And I feel like this Light, he's such a bitch. He'd be more afraid of being sent to prison because, he'd be afraid of what happened to him in prison rather than the actual Light who would, what's the word? Like, he would just wouldn't be able to continue on with his perfect world anymore. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, the real Light had no hesitation at all about killing people if they stood in his way. She is the true Light. She's gonna take the book, isn't she? She's gonna be like, you know what? If she ends up being the new Kira, I approve. He doesn't deserve to be the main character. Because I wonder if she writes something down in it. It's the whole thing, right? About 7 days. If something is... so she just has to keep it away from him for 7 days, and then she is the new owner of the book. Maybe he secretly has... he kept like a sheet apart from the book just in case. Maybe he will end up killing her if she ends... Because all she has to do is basically take the book from him, peace out, hide somewhere for 7 days. Because I'm sure he let her read the whole thing, including all the rules. And then she owns the book and she can do whatever she wants with it. Oh shit, yeah, she's got the book and she's killing off all the FBI agents. He's probably going to be able to deduce a new person has the book. This isn't the way that Kira normally works. Also, Elle would not react that way. What is this? It's like they're about to do like a flash mob or something. Yeah, they even screwed up L, like, his thing. It's just like, that was a little bit... Granted, L did have his moments where he could be emotional and seem shaken, but I don't know. Okay, and of course, there's like, oh, there hasn't been some gore in a while. Why can't people just die, like, relatively like, just a heart attack? And we haven't had any dramatic writing in the book. Missing that. You gotta have the flair. He's missing that flair. I was gonna say, they should have kept him back in the dark. He does not look good in the light. And I guess the other thing, too, is, like, there's no way... Granted, it wasn't Light that... It was her that killed them. But in such a dramatic way as having people fall off of a building together in a group. And now this is where people might turn on Kira instead of, like, what happened, which was, like, more... Like, people just more and more... Wow. I knew she was going to try and do that. He's like, I'm sorry, you can write a name in the book if it makes you feel better. God, I just hate how much he's manipulated by her. He's the Misa of the... He is the Misa in the relationship. And now he's going to deduce because he was not killed... It's Light is, going to be Kira because he didn't kill his dad, but he killed all of those FBI agents. So in a way, what's her name? Mia was kind of right, because by not killing him, they've narrowed down... Elle's probably narrowed down exactly who has the book. Or who is the killer. He still doesn't know about the book yet, I assume. Oh, okay. Well, hi. They just have introduced themselves. Okay, this is quite different from how it normally went. Is he gonna just confront him right now? I mean, I guess L did do that in the anime. Meanwhile, I feel like the OG Light would have killed his dad if he had to. He's showing his face. He still doesn't have a name, though. Oh my gosh, this is... Yeah, that's... This is... This is so not... L's being too emotional, and Light's being just a fucking idiot. But then again, for this character, it kind of fits right in with him. Just when I think he can't get any stupider, he does. Wait. He said it's my dad. Oh, is it just because like she floated the idea of killing the dad? He's not actually dead. Oh my god, is he actually going to forgive her because she said that she is the light? Oh my god. I can't with these people. I mean, she's a good manipulator. Oh my god. He's the Misa in the relationship. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh no. This is that whole... This is that whole 2-day thing. So he just needs a first name. They... Wait, what? Wait a minute. Well, that feels like foreshadowing to something later. Is that another... Was that a rule that was added in here? I don't know if that's an actual rule. You guys can let me know about that whole thing about burning the page. And also, so he can just put Watari? Is there only one Watari in the whole world? So, wait. Watari doesn't know? Wait, okay, so Watari doesn't know L's name? It's his orphanage. He, like, raised L, didn't he? So Watari has... This is kind of like with that guy, who had the Death Note for a while, when he was trying to find Matsuda's name, I think, in the records. Except so like I just can't believe Atari doesn't actually know L's name. And I'm guessing L showed his face to Light just to determine that he doesn't just need a name or a face, he needs the name as well, or else he would be dead. Oh my gosh, he's just like, hello. He's like, where's Watari? Oh, Mia's gonna take the book and run. Yep. And this is what she wanted. She wants the book, and she'd be like, but I'm just protecting Light. Oh my gosh. That's definitely not how... that's not how Mr. Yagami... Uh, that's not how he would react at all. They're all just so different. I feel like Mia's the only character who's like an actual, like, new character. She's definitely not supposed to be Misa. And like I said, if they just did completely different characters, fine, whatever. But because they're giving them the same names, I'm just like, of course we're going to compare them. He's probably going to confront Mia for having the book, and she's going to continue on. It actually could work out, the whole thing, like, if he's under surveillance and yet the killings still happen, then... But then Elle will probably also be able to deduct, like, oh, that girl that was with you, she probably is behind it, because she, you know, the killings keep happening. Yeah, they've got the surveillance cameras. I feel like this whole 2-day rule was only so they was specifically so they could do stuff like this specific thing. And I'm surprised that L also doesn't have his phone tapped and be able to tell that that's Watari's, like, phone that he's talking to. And of course, because it's taking place in America, we have to have, like, gotta have, like, a dance going on. It's like, you have to. This is an American movie. So they did say that thing about, like, as long as he, oh, right, as long as he burns the page before, then Watari won't die, right? But because Mia has it, she's definitely not going to let him live. I can't believe with, like, the limited time that they have for this movie, we have to, like, have a moment for there to be a dance, a homecoming dance. I hate both of them so much. Oh my god. Oh, he's such a little goober. Like, this was just such an unnecessary thing to just, like, cause some tension or whatever, is the fact Watari just doesn't know Light's name, because it would have been over so much quicker if Watari just knew his name like he should. Because it would be over in 10 seconds. He's got Light's, oh, he's, I see what she's doing there. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like, Watari, if he just knew Light's name, or L's name, sorry, then Light would just be able to be like, well, I've got his face, I just have to have Watari just tell me his name over the phone, bing, bang, boom, I can just kill Light. But that would be, or L, but that would just be too simple. Oh, the page, she ripped out the page because he's gonna die. He's gonna get shot by them. Okay. He's gonna get shot before they can give him the name. Oh, she finally said what we were all thinking, he's a pussy. Oh, wait, so wait, can they... Hold up. Can he... Is that something that Death Note can do? Like, you can have somebody else write the names because they have their faces and names in their head? Oh. So she's gonna... Oh, shit. Oh, I knew that was gonna come back when they talked about only one name could be burned. There are so many rules. It's funny, but the original Light was so smart. Not only could he keep track of all the rules, but he wrote his own rules in that book. This one's just like, ugh, too many rules. I can't keep up with them all. He's gonna freak out. Yeah. Really? He's gonna have... Oh my god, he's gonna have a... Because of course. Because this is American. He's gotta have a gun. And he's gonna be violent. Oh my goodness. That's funny, because that website kind of looks like Reddit, and I'm like, that wouldn't surprise me if an American person with a Death Note went on Reddit to find people, especially a goober like him. Like, is this how the confrontation is gonna happen? Is like a literal chase? Like, my goodness. I know this is a movie, but like that was one of the things I loved about L and Light is just like they're back and forth with each other. These two have talked face to face, what, twice? Barely? And there was never kind of that like tentative like working relationship where they had to be on the surface like be cordial with each other. It's just been antagonistic from the start. This does feel like a very American. This is exactly like if you were to say like Death Note American version, this is it. Overly gory, overly action packed. Just stupid characters. Very stupid. And the thing is, like, yes, Light did have his moment at the end where he kind of turned into this kind of character, just like running feebly away from the police, like the pretenses of the cool, calm, super genius god character kind of broken down. But like he's been like this for the whole goddamn movie. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, he's just selling her out. He's a terrible Mia. Or Misa. Misa would never. Oh, did he write down, like, this guy is gonna stop? Yeah. Or does he know that he's Kira, so he's just like, yep. Well, isn't that convenient? You just happen to hear that this guy is Kira, and he believes it, and that he's also, like, a fanboy of Kira. What is the plan here? What is the plan? If this was Light, he'd be 10 steps ahead of everything. He would have had this all planned out from the beginning. I want her to actually kill him, and then she's the new god of the world. She doesn't love you. She's using you, dude. Just like Light uses Misa. She's like, that's not really much, not much of a threat, my dude. Oh my gosh, he's such a goober. Like, you actually believe this? Yep, yep, I knew it. I knew it. Oh my gosh, he did have a plan. He wrote her name. Oh, that was back in the computer lab. Oh my Oh my gosh, these guys they are like high schoolers. I do have to give them credit. They do act like high schoolers appropriately. Just don't let over emotional teenagers have a death book. So the thing is, whose overrides the other? Will Mia die or will Light die? I'm assuming because she wrote that he's gonna die. See, Light would never. He would stick with his plan. He has his plan. He would stick with it. Now he's having regret. Whoa, wait, Ryuk can do. Wait, he does that? Hold up. Are they both going to die? Because they both wrote each other's name in the book, so what happens then? She gonna, yeah, she gonna reach. Oh, she's got it. Kill him. Oh, nope, okay. Alright, well, she's dead. So what happens to him now? Okay, he's going too. Oh, maybe she survives. Maybe he had it so she doesn't actually die, or maybe she wrote it. Okay, and he's in the water, so maybe somehow both of them survive. But L actually, I love it. It's the opposite. L actually managed to survive. And he'll get to see the notebook. He'll get to see how it's done. Oh, nope, never mind. Destroying the evidence, I guess. Does he get to? Is he gonna reach in? Light Turner's heart stops beating at midnight. So he got to see right before. It's like, oh shit. He's in a coma, so he's not dead. Oh shit. So okay, Light actually did a smart thing. So he had it, his heart stops beating at midnight, but he can still be revived after that. I mean, as long as L makes it to the end, he didn't die this time, but he's just shamed. So in this one, it looks like Light actually wins. L's disgraced. People just think he's just a goober, like he's not, he was wrong all along. And he did, he's bringing it back. So this guy was probably writing names in the book and then returns it. Maybe have it be a little bit more inconspicuous than literally placing a death note on top of him. Like, I imagine a nurse or somebody might come by and see that. Oh, I wonder if Elle's going to end up dying in the airplane. Because, I mean, he still doesn't know Elle's name, so he can't kill Elle. Oh, shit, it's not over yet. He can get that. Oh, shit, he's gonna find it. We're not done yet, folks. So that was the smartest thing. That was the closest thing to a light-like plan he actually pulled off was... And this is once again reintroducing that whole, like, 2-day thing was so he could do all of that stuff. Heath, it's you. Wow, so the dad actually knows this time. He found... Oh, shit. They are really taking some liberties with this story. He's like, well, technically it was Kenny, the kid from school. So really, that was enough? That was enough to convince the dad? He's like, let me tell you how, because it's not the first time I've told someone exactly how it works. Is he actually going to tell his dad? This, oh my god, this is... Oh, so he also had it be somebody who is a bad person, but also a doctor. So like I said, this is actually an intelligent plan for him anyway. The 2-day thing. God damn it. Meanwhile, in the anime, his dad was so against ever believing it could possibly be a son. I mean, he was also open to the idea of, you know, like, following along with L's plans, but... And you know what the dad in the anime would probably do? Arrest his son because he's all for justice. Is he gonna write... He's gonna write Light's name on it? He's got his face, right? Holy shit, this is like so not... Like... You know what, at first I was thinking that Light, it was like, or L, when I first saw him, I was like, okay, he's got the mannerisms kind of down. But holy cow, he's so different too. I know L wasn't above doing certain things, but I don't think he would do that. He cared about bringing people to justice, not killing people. Is Ryuk laughing because he's about to have his name written down? Okay, so they just left that... They just left that... Okay. Are they gonna have like a post thing? Very lightly based on Death Note. Oh my gosh. So they left it kind of like open-ended about what's gonna happen if L actually wrote his name down. All right, well, that was certainly interesting. I can understand why people who are fans of the original would be pissed off about this, because it really did feel like it just took a crap on the original story. And I said this a million times. I feel like it wouldn't have been as egregious if they hadn't kept the names, like the original characters. At least they didn't do Misa dirty. So that's appreciated. But, oh my gosh, it's just like the fact that that's Light Turner, which is a hilarious name. Oh! That's, okay. The name, okay. Willem Dafoe. That's who the voice was. It was bugging me. I'm like, it sounds so... His voice sounds so familiar. But, yeah. Yeah, that was... and I have to wonder, I'm like, who is this movie for? Because the people, like, fans of the original would hate it. Uh, just the fact it was, like, Americanized already is a strike against it. I feel like they were already kind of, uh, digging themselves a hole there. And then to... Light Turner. Oh my gosh, what a name. But yeah, like to have very heavily influenced on the original characters like Light and L and the father, and they're so very different. If they had been original characters, I kind of like the idea about the the guy who has the book being manipulated by a girl and have, kind of similar ideals to Light, but also being very different in personality. But the fact that that is supposed to be, the fact that they're sharing the same name, it just made me like, oh my gosh, because you can't help but compare the characters. The rules of the Death Note, I'm pretty sure some of them were different. I'm like, guys, that's like the main thing that you have to keep consistent, is at least the rule. Literally, the rules are written out. They're very explicit, and yet they still seem to change some of them. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that 2-day thing, that just seemed wrong, and I feel like that was just... They were taking liberty with that so that they could pull off certain plans that would be impossible otherwise. I don't know about that whole thing about burning the page of the, with someone's name on it so it prevents them from dying, and it can only be done once. That, I don't think was a rule, but I could be mistaken about that. I have to say, like, the positive thing is at least... The voice acting for Ryuk, I mean, Willem Dafoe killed it. What a great choice. I gotta give him credit. A lot of the other things were just completely mind-boggling, like the choices they went with. But that was great. The CG was a little, like, iffy at times, but wasn't bad. If anything, there wasn't enough Ryuk in it because he was, like, the light. Haha. He was the light spot to this, but yeah, pretty much everything else I'm just like... For people who have never read or watched Death Note, I can't imagine what they would think about that because they had to cram so much into, an hour and 40 minutes, however long this was. So it doesn't feel like a complete story. And then for people who are fans of the original, it would just piss them off. So I'm just like, who is this movie for? I almost found it funny at times, like how off it was. So... It wasn't even, like, so bad it was good. It was just frustrating to watch. It just made you be like, what were they thinking with some of these choices? So safe to say that people who said that it was not good were correct. Especially because I just watched Death Note, so it's pretty fresh in my mind. You just can't help but laugh at it after a while, but it's almost just like a what the fuck rather than just, like, funny. And then the fact that they were so gory with it as well... It felt more like a Final Destination than Death Note. Overall, I mean, it was kind of funny to react to, but this is definitely not something, if I was just watching it on my own time, I would feel very disappointed with the time that I wasted, but at least I've got some content out of it, and hopefully you guys did enjoy my reaction to... the live-action Netflix special. There is also apparently a Japanese one, because when I was looking up Death Note, live-action Death Note, there actually is a Japanese movie. I don't think I'll be watching that, because I don't really see the point to that. Maybe a comparison about what they did versus this one. I can't imagine it could be any worse. It certainly, I imagine, would at least be more faithful to the original. Or who knows, maybe they did do, like, a complete different... thing. That's my thing. I feel like if they had just done their own thing, because they definitely took some liberties with the story about, certain characters and, like, who lived and who died. Oh, yeah, and of course I have to say, like, just how idiotic Light especially is. He's supposed to be this genius. And, like, Light and L, you felt like they were pretty on the same level in terms of their intelligence. But this one, there was no question about who was smarter, and yet somehow Light still managed to, at least for a while, have the upper hand. but then it was kind of left to the imagination at the end what would happen. Did L write his name down or not? I guess it's up to us to interpret, with Ryuk laughing at the end, saying like, you know, you humans are so funny or something like that. And also, yeah, just like Ryuk's character was just very different. But anyway, that will do it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy my reaction to this. And as for a special like announcement at the end of this is I will, at this point right now, I should have a poll up on my community page of what anime I will react to next. I will have 3 choices, so you guys can vote about what you would like to see. So please go ahead and vote for that. And yeah, I will, I'll end it here. So go vote for what anime you want me to watch. I hope you guys did enjoy me suffering through the live-action Netflix Death Note. And I hope to catch you for whatever anime I will be reacting to next. I have to go and lay down now, maybe have a drink. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed, and take care until next time. Bye. Special shoutouts to my top-tier patrons. Kaori Makoto, Revealing Storm, Tequila Mockingbird, Asborn Kennedy, Harry Gazif, Icognito, Jared Fan, Joel Oostman, and Zoran Ether.